Welcome to another episode of The Cheap Champ. I am your host, Malcolm Hall. And yes, back on the road outside, and we're free. Welcome to another episode. And this is the 100% Mobile Podcast. As you can see, I am out here in Los Angeles at the beautiful Echo Park. I'm out here before everybody gets crazy and whatnot. So if I have a couple ducks and a couple friends walk by, don't mind them. They just training into the pod. I might have a couple geese walk up. They're going to tune into the podcast, want to hear what's going on because they want to learn how to get this money too. Today's topic is, before we get into today's topic, if you have questions about financial literacy, if you want to improve your credit, if you want to learn how to budget, save money, and talk to some good people who don't make you feel ashamed of it, go to www.stressmoneyless.com. And we want to thank our sponsors, Cheap Not Broke. Go to cheapnotbroke.com, grab a t-shirt, or head over to the YouTube page. Learn how to save some money, how to travel cheaper, how to travel more, and spend less. cheapnotbroke.com. Today's topic is friends in the business. You need some friends in the business. One thing that's important, you got to have some friends that do what you do or are in business like you. Okay? Look, it's hard. You ever had a job and you're inspired to do some different things and people just don't get it? They're not really trying to help you grow. You know what I mean? You got people, you go to lunch with these people. And they're not bad people. First off, they're your coworkers, they're good people. However, you aspire to be an entrepreneur. You aspire to leave the job and do other things. You got to be around that kind of company. You don't want to be around people, oh shoot, I got a new camera. That's why it's all messed up. Ha! Ha ha! I got a new camera. And that plastic was on there. That's why I looked all fuzzy. Here we go. You live and learn. I'm my own producer of the show. But you got to have some friends in the business that keep you motivated, that keep you going. You don't want to have people who discourage you. Oh, you shouldn't do that. That's not what you want to do. You don't want to go in that direction. You want people who motivate you. People who are doing the same exact thing as you, not necessarily business-wise, but entrepreneurs. People who are trying to get out in the business and make it happen. You need that kind of motivation. You don't want to be around people who aren't necessarily trying to do the same things. It makes life hard and it's discouraging. Now, I'm not saying you got to go join a business club because you might have a family and other things to do. I get that. But you just want to have a person that keeps you motivated, that's going through the same things. I have a power circle. Every Tuesday, me and my power circle, me and my friends, longtime friends, 10 years or more, we talk every Tuesday about our business and what's going on. It's a healthy way for us to have conversation about business, relationship, brotherhood, and just how we can move things forward. Because sometimes you're in a situation where people don't understand and people just don't get what's going on with you. And you want to always be in a situation where people do, where people understand what's going on with you, where people get it, where people making sure nobody walk up on me. Making sure people get it, make sure people understand what's going on, make sure people, you want to get her in a place where people can relate to you. Because it's damn sure hard trying to go in one way and everybody's trying to pull your coattail. And they're not necessarily pulling your coattail. They might be scared for you. They may not understand. But that's just not the kind of company you want to keep, especially when you're going into business. It's a lot of stuff that you got to go through. Hell, even with my comedy career, I had to find some comedian friends. My friends are great. They come to the show. They support me. But I needed some friends who were comedians. I needed some friends who understood what was going on. I needed some friends who actually got it. That's what I needed. So I started hanging around my comedy friends. Now my power circle buddies, they're not comedians, but I still have comedians I hang out with because that's what I do. The majority of my time, when I'm not working on the podcast or I'm not doing things of that nature, I am out with my comedian friends, um, trying to get on more shows, trying to do different things. Damn it, trying to get this sound right. Oh, there we go. That sounds a hell of a lot better. Trying to get it out, trying to hang out with my comedy friends because they get it. You don't want to surround yourself with a good company who gets what you're doing, who understands where you're trying to go, and it just makes life easier. Because we always have. I just hired my first virtual assistant, she's great. She's helping me a lot, and she's teaching me a lot of things too. And I realized, hey, you don't know everything, and two, I brought this to my power circle, and this kind of held me accountable because I'm like, look, if I can get a virtual assistant and get this going, I can bring this back to the group. I can show everybody else how it works, and everybody else can go get the help, and we can all move forward a little faster. Because one thing, you don't want to be the only person moving forward in a group. That sucks. I always want to make sure we're part of the same thing. You see what I'm talking about? Gotta make sure somebody's walking up on you. But you want to make sure somebody, you want to make sure you have people doing the same things as you, um, and moving in the same direction. It just makes life so much easier. Sometimes you might have family that doesn't discourage you and whatnot, which is fine. They're still going to be your family. They're still going to be your support group, but you just need people who are in the same industry, in the same business. And that lady scared the hell out of me walking up like that. I can't lie, I gotta shake it off. Damn, that lady had my fist balled up. I was like, what's she about to do? Just walking up on me like that? If you listen to the audio, I'm outside in the park right now, and a lady just walked past me like 2 feet. I'm talking to the camera. She walked past me. I thought she was about to hit me, go upside my head. I'm like, no, you're not, lady. You ain't about to go upside my head, take my stuff. Because people like to take stuff. Okay, let's get back. Family. Your family. Sometimes they may not support you. Sometimes they do. But that's okay. Hell, whose whole family supports them? Nobody. You just need a few. You need a small circle of community of family, friends, and business people that are always encouraging you to move forward. You might have some other friends that you depend on emotionally when you do stuff like that. I got to get somebody out here to look around. Oh, sorry about that. You need some family and some people to support you emotionally, people to keep you going. Because sometimes you get down, you just got to have people who get it. You got to have some people in your circle who get it. Like trying to be a comedian, you don't make a lot of money. You don't make a ton of money in the beginning. So, I'm around comics who've been doing this for years who don't make a lot of money, but it's going to pay off for all of us in the end. Running this business, running this podcast. Some people need, this is my third podcast. Third time's a charm, though. I've been going 6 months by myself. And before this, I didn't even have a guest. I would give up. But now I got around a group of people who have podcasts, who do other things, say, hey, man, keep on going. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if somebody's on a guest or not. The people still need the information. They still want to hear from Malcolm. So I make sure I still go live. I still do what I got to do. I keep it moving. I still do it. Because it's important, and it's not all about me. It's about what my people want. It's about what the guests want, what you listeners want to hear. It's not about me. And when you surround yourself with a community of people who understand that, they will keep you encouraged. We're human beings. We weren't built to be here by ourselves. That's why it's 6 billion of us, not 50. We were built to be around communities. That's why we all have families. That's why we have relations. That's why we're related to people by blood, for these reasons. Because you got to have people that are there for you, that understand, that get it. It ain't people that got it. Everybody doesn't get it. I get it. That's why I'm having this podcast. That's why we're having this conversation. Get around some people that get it, keep you motivated, keep you going. Okay, this is a long journey. It's a long journey. When I run, I didn't do my first marathon until I started going to run in a group. I had to get around the group, and once I got around the running group, it got so much easier for me. I enjoyed running. I enjoyed doing the things that I was doing. It was a lot better. I had a good time. I go out there often. I'm getting ready to run my second marathon in November. Going to start training for that, and I'm going to surround myself with a community of people who do the same thing, so we get it. So they get it. So it's easier for me to stay motivated. I'm not around people who say, why do you run all the time and stuff? Because some people don't run at all. I like to run. And there's a whole community of people who like to run too. So make sure that you continue to do what you got to do and surround yourself with the people and the group that's going to continue to keep you motivated. I got to stop hitting this damn thing, so I'm messing up the sound. But one day it's going to be perfect. I mean, a whole podcast producer. We're going to have some lights, everything. Sun's getting hot out here. But that's what you got to do. Currently I'm out here by myself doing this podcast, but I still have people who motivate me. Hey, man, you putting up the podcast this week? I don't know if they listen to it all the time, but that's okay. They still want to see me win. But when I get 1 million listeners, and when I get to sit on the top of the inside Empire State Building, this podcast, let me tell you, this podcast is going to go everywhere remote in the world. I'm going to go some of the remote places in the world and set up and do my podcast. That is my goal. I'm going to get on the Pyramids of Egypt. I want to go to the base of the Pyramids of Egypt and podcast. I want to be out in Antarctica, cold as hell, podcasting. Man, I'm out here. It's cold, but we still getting it in. That's what I want to do. I'm committed. I'm committed, and I surround myself with a bunch of people who keep me committed. I stay committed. They stay committed, and that's what we do. We commit. Stay committed, and you'll get to where you gotta go. That's how it goes. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Cheap Champ Podcast. If you haven't, please subscribe to the YouTube page. Share this with a friend. I'm trying to get some more listeners. I want some more people to continue to listen. If you like this podcast, send me a DM. Tell me what else you want to hear about. Maybe you got a guest. If you got a guest, somebody you think I should talk to, send them to me. I'll head over there. They got to be in Los Angeles because, traveling on the road, I'm not. Hell, send them to me. I'll go. That's a lie. Wherever they're at, send them. I'm on my way. This is the mobile podcast. I got to get there. I just said that because I'm trying to hang out for a month, save some money. But I'm going to get back out there. If I get a deal and I get a good guest, I am back on the road. There's a subway up under here shaking a little bit, scaring the hell out of me. You hear the birds. They're my friends back there. They like the podcast too. So, hey, thank you to the birds and the pigeons and the geese and my listeners today. Y'all been great. And I will be back next week with another episode and a new guest. Until next time, take care. Damn.